In a world where standing for truth can cost everything, three young men chose faith over fear. They were threatened, they were tested, and they were thrown into the fire. But what happened next shocked an entire kingdom. This is not just a story about survival. It's a story about unshakable faith in the middle of impossible situations. Today, we dive into one of the most powerful moments in the Bible, the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Stay with me, because this story might change how you face your own fires in life. Section 1. The Rise in Babylon. Long ago, in the mighty kingdom of Babylon, ruled a powerful king named Nebuchadnezzar. Three young Hebrew men lived far from their homeland. Their names were Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They were not ordinary men. They were wise, disciplined, and faithful to God. Even in a foreign land filled with idols and false gods, they refused to compromise their beliefs. Because of their excellence, they were promoted to high positions in the kingdom. But success often attracts attention, and not all attention is good. Jealous officials began to watch them closely, waiting for a moment to bring them down. Section 2. The Golden Image. One day, King Nebuchadnezzar made a bold and dangerous decision. He built a massive golden statue towering over the land. Then he commanded, "When the music plays, everyone must bow down and worship this image." It was not a suggestion. It was a command. And the punishment for disobedience, a blazing furnace of fire. As the music echoed through the land, people from every nation bowed in fear. But three men remained standing, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They refused to bow, not because they were rebellious, but because they were faithful. Section 3. The Accusation. It didn't take long. The jealous officials saw their chance. They rushed to the king and said, "These men you appointed, they do not serve your gods or worship your image." King Nebuchadnezzar was furious. He summoned the three men and gave them one last chance. Bow down or be thrown into the fire. This was the moment. The pressure was real. The consequence was deadly, but their response would echo through history. Section 4. The Declaration of Faith. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego stood before the king unshaken, and they said, "O king, we do not need to defend ourselves before you in this matter. If we are thrown into the blazing furnace, the God we serve is able to deliver us. But even if he does not, we will not serve your gods." Let that sink in. Even if God does not save us, we still want bow. This was not conditional faith. This was absolute trust. Faith that doesn't depend on outcomes but stands firm no matter what. Section 5. Into the fire. The king was enraged. He ordered the furnace to be heated 7 times hotter than usual. The flames roared like a storm. Even the soldiers who carried them were killed by the heat. Then the three men were thrown into the fire, bound, surrounded, consumed, or so it seemed. But something unexpected was happening inside the flames. Section 6. The fourth man. Suddenly the king jumped to his feet in shock. "Did we not throw 3 men into the fire? But I see 4 men walking around unharmed. And the fourth looks like a son of the gods." In the middle of the fire, they were not alone. God was with them. The flames that were meant to destroy them had no power over them. Not a hair was burned, not a smell of fire on them. What was meant for destruction became a testimony. Section 7. Deliverance and Impact. The king called them out of the fire, and when they stepped out, everyone was amazed. No burns, no damage, no fear. Then the king declared, "Their God is the true God, and no other can save like this." In one moment, their faith changed a nation. Sometimes in life, you will face your own fire, pressure, fear, impossible situations. But this story reminds us, you are not alone in the fire. Faith does not mean you won't go through it. It means God will walk with you through it. So whatever you are facing today, stand firm. Don't bow to fear. Don't compromise your faith. Because the same God who stood in the fire then is still with you today.